everybody, Litter for Life here, bringing guys a brand new video. I swear Konami is going to turn my channel into a Yu-Gi-Oh! News channel at this rate. I had a completely different video planned for today, but they just had to go and release a bunch of cool information. Oh my god, you guys. More Neo support. Oh my god. And this kind of makes me wondering. Okay, so Savage Strike comes out is the second set so it's going to be 2 sets after we got our TCG exclusive card. We are getting a TCG exclusive Nordic. Does that mean that in 2 sets after Soul Fusion we're going to get some new Nordic stuff in the main set? I don't know. That's just so cool because it's fitting. It's setting up a precedent, and I'm excited. Oh god, I kind of want to just skip Soul Fusion and go straight to Savage Strike, but I digress. We would be missing out on some cool stuff in Soul Fusion then. But anyway, so god dang it, this is so cool. So I have already read all these. This is not going to be like a first reaction. This is actually going to be a legitimate discussion because, as you guys know, I love Neospatians. I love Neos. He's one of my favorite heroes, like, period, and heck, just monsters in general. I've done how many deck profiles of it as of late? I actually got a second one recorded for the new ban list. I have not gotten around to uploading it. I might upload that later today. I don't know. But anyways, let's get on with the video, the discussion. So first and foremost, we got this little dude who was announced yesterday. Originally I wasn't gonna bother making a video about him because everybody kind of just knows, but hey, we got all 5 cards that we're likely getting out of Savage Strike. Typically when Konami gives legacy support to an old archetype in a main set, they only give like 5 or so cards. It's pretty much well predicted that TGs are also only going to get 5 cards out of Savage Strike, but I digress. So we got all 5 cards revealed. First one was revealed yesterday. The last 4 revealed today. And oh my god. So first and foremost, Neospace Connector. Probably going to be called Neospace Pathfinder or something over here. Wouldn't surprise me because this is supposed to reference Neospace Pathfinder's name in Japanese, which is like Neospace Collector or something. I don't remember, but it's supposed to reference it. And it's literally the exact same thing as Neospace Pathfinder, except reversed. So it's a level 4 light warrior effect monster of 800 attack, 1800 defense, and has a infinitely better effect compared to Pathfinder. Pathfinder, you can just pitch to search out Neospace, which was back when Konami was doing that with a lot of different archetypes. Or, oh, you could discard this monster and search this out, and that was just okay for back then, but nowadays not so much. So, and maybe if Terraforming ever gets set to 1, or banned or something, I don't know. I digress. Speaking of Mile Minute. Neospace Connector. When this card is normal summon, you can spell summon a Neospace monster or 1 elemental hero Neos from your hand or deck in defense position. And then once per turn, by the way, both effects are hard once per turn. You contribute this card, then target 1 Neospace or elemental hero Neos in your graveyard, spell summon that target in defense position. So when he's normal summon, you get a free Neospatian or E-hero Neos from your deck, and then whenever, just once per turn, you can tribute him, then, well, spell summon a Neospatian or a Neos from your graveyard. This is really, really good. Makes it really easy to make your links, not your links, but your fusions, and all your other stuff, and it's also 1 card as old. Yeah, that's all people really care about this card for, is the fact that it's a 1 card is old, because you can just normal summon this, spell summon Aquadolphin, use Aquadolphin's effect to get rid of a hand trap in your opponent's hand, and then link 2 for his old, and then just go off from there and make your standard Goki board. The thing is that, keep in mind, this is not coming out till sometime next year for us, so hopefully Goki is dead by then. I kind of hate saying that because I do love Goki as an archetype, but I do not like what they have become. So, this card is going to be annoying to deal with on YgoPro for a little while for just, you know, freaking Goki going off like crazy. I've seen some people say that it's not going to be that impactful on Goki because, well, Goki already have a bunch of 2 card or 1 card as old, so this card isn't any different from the other 1 card as olds. And I've seen some people debate that, oh, Armageddonite's something setting a malicious from your deck to the graveyard is a lot better. I don't know. I've completely lost interest in Goki as a whole for the most part, so I just really don't even care anymore. But however, Connector for Neospatians. it really does help with one of the biggest issues that I've had with Neospacians, and I think I even outlined my issues pretty well in my archetype overhaul video that I made for Neospacians. I'm probably going to have that somewhere on the iCard somewhere. Basically, Neospacians have really three main issues. First and foremost, the Neospacians themselves suck. Secondly, Neos, getting him on the field is a bit hard. And thirdly, they have no way to search out their good spells and trap cards. This new wave of support almost single-handedly fixes two of those issues. With Connector fixing the issue of getting Neos on field, which is great. He can also get a Neospacian out on field as well, which is also great. One combo I was kind of thinking up of was normal summoning out this guy, special summoning Aqua Dolphin, using Aqua Dolphin's effect to pitch Neos, get a card out of your opponent's hand, then use Connector's effect to tribute him, special summon Neos from graveyard, make Aqua Neos or something, you know, go off from there. Alternatively, make a Zold and then just go off from there with Neospacian stuff, fun stuff, thanks to Miracle Contact and stuff. Alternatively, pitching, you know, doing that same thing, but pitching a Shadow Mist is pretty cool too. I like it a lot. This thing opens up a lot of combos and a lot of really good plays for Neos, for the Neos archetype. My only real big issue with him is that he is not a hero, which means there's no easy way to search him out other than Rhoda, which is going to be a bit annoying. Now, because he is a warrior, though, you can get him back with like Last Warrior or something like that. But, however, I mean, who's really going to be playing that? So, yeah, and his effect to summon from deck is only on normal summon, which is kind of annoying, but I digress. Beggars can't be choosers. So, moving on, let's talk about these awesome fusions and stuff. First and foremost, we got Elemental Hero Brave Neos, who is this guy on the right here. He looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of Elemental Hero, crap, what's his name? Neos something. He's the fusion between Neos and a warrior. 2500 attack. Basically, it has the exact same stats. But can attack twice, does no damage, blah, 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 all that guy. I can't remember his name, but he kind of reminds me of that guy. So, Brave Neos. He's a level 7 light warrior fusion effect monster. Is 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Needs Neos plus a level 4 or lower effect monster. Must be fusion summoned, so he's a standard hero fusion monster. Is not a contact fusion, by the way. Gains 100 attack for each Neospacian and hero in your graveyard. That's cool and all. I mean, heck, it's better than Dread Decimator, who only gains 100 attack for every differently named hero monster in the graveyard. But I digress. And then, unlike Dread Decimator, this thing actually has a relevant effect that supplements or gets supplemented by the first effect. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can add one spell or trap card that specifically lists the card name Elemental Hero Neos from your deck to your hand. Now, this can search a lot of things, but the key things is it can search Miracle Contact, Contact Gate, and also, what was the last one? Oh yeah, Instant Neos space it can search. It can search a lot of different stuff, but even more importantly, it can search out the 2 new spell and trap cards in the set. So, really good card overall. He does offer searching for the cards, spells, and traps, but however, why does he have to kill a monster in battle to do it? I mean, yeah, it's cool and all. Yeah, he doesn't return to the extract, so you can keep getting multiple searches. And yes, technically it is not a once per turn effect, so if you get out multiple, you can just really stack on the search power a lot. But my big issue is that I wanted something more immediate, like a spell card or a Neospacian who can search a spell or trap card. This feels rather half-hearted, and you got to go through the extra mile to first make Brave Neos to then be able to search. That being said, it's still pretty good, and you get a pretty big beefy monster out on field that can get you a search every time you kill something in battle, which is pretty good. I like it. Just kind of wishing there was more. Then we got Cosmo Neos, who is just phenomenally cool. Okay, the general idea of this card is that he is a combination of Neos with every single Neospacian. We can see bits and pieces of all the Neospacians on him. You can see kind of like Flare Scarab, Dark. I'm guessing that's like a bit of Storm Neos and so on and so forth. And it is summoning conditions represent that. He needs Neos plus 3 Neospatial monsters with different attributes. Obviously, they can't make you do all 6. That'd be stupid. And also kind of impossible because this thing is a contact fusion. So, must first be special summoned by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. You do not use polymerization. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can activate this effect. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects on the field. Cannot activate effects on the field for the rest of this turn, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Then during the end phase, he shuffles himself back into the extra deck, obviously, and then destroys all cards your opponent controls. This thing is really freaking gnarly. By the way, his attack's 3,500 by 3,000, and really paves the way for a new breed of contact fusions, because up to now we've only had up to max of 3 materials required, but this guy needs 4, which is going to be really interesting, especially since he does only have 3, so that means maybe he's only got 3 dudes in here. I can't really tell, but I digress. Really powerful card, really useful. I don't know how often you're going to summon him. The big thing is you can choose him out through Miracle Contact, obviously, but you know, that's like not the best thing in the world, and he's not too impactful. Yes, he does prevent your opponent from doing stuff, but what would have been more important is if he just prevented your opponent from activating anything, period. You know, imagine being able to Miracle Contact out this guy first turn, or during your turn, and then preventing your opponent from being able to activate their hand traps so that you can just go off from there. That would be great, but no, he only prevents stuff on field. Now, granted, he also nukes your opponent's board too, which is nice, and it's only your opponent's board, which is something that I've been kind of annoyed by with the triple contact Neos fusions. They all do stuff to your stuff too, you know, like Nebula Neos banishes your cards too, which means you can't set up a board with them, which is kind of annoying. But this thing is really, really cool, really, really good. I like him a lot. I just kind of wish he was a bit easier, something that maybe had a bit more of an impactful effect. I digress though. Then we got Neos Fusion as our first spell card. Yes, that's right, a fusion spell for Neos, and you're probably like, what? I don't know. Granted, I bet most of you guys have gotten to see what these do already, because I've been kind of slow on that. I'm sorry if Valkyria Chronicles 4 came out today, and that game is addicting. So, let's see here. It's a normal spell card, special summon from the extra deck, one fusion monster that lists exactly 2 fusion materials, including Elemental Hero Neos, by sending its fusion materials from your hand, deck, or graveyard to the graveyard, hand, deck, or field to the graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. Also, you cannot spell summon for the rest of this turn. If a monster you control that lists Elemental Hero Neos as fusion material would be destroyed by battle or card effect, or returned to the extract by its own effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. This is some darn good like ideas and support here. So, first and foremost, this lets you cheese out your Neos fusions pretty easily thanks to it. However, you can only summon the ones that have a needed 2 monsters, so like you can't cheese out the triple contact or the quadruple contact, but I digress. Now the really, really nice thing is that this also can cheese out Rainbow Neos. Remember when everybody thought that you could cheese out Rainbow Neos with Miracle Contact, but then Konami's like, nope, it has to be an Elemental Hero monster that you are summoning, and Rainbow Neos doesn't have Elemental Hero in the name. This thing doesn't care. So, oh, you want to summon Rainbow Neos for free, basically? Yeah, you can do that. I also really like how this has some really good protection for your Neos fusions. Basically letting you either keep them on the field or also protect them from being destroyed. This is really, really good overall. Absolutely phenomenal. Yes, the annoying restriction on summoning is there, but however, that's easily workaroundable thanks to the fact that it only says for the rest of the turn. So if you do this as like the last thing after you do like your Miracle Contact plays, your contact plays, your Contact Fusion plays, or your Link plays or anything, then you'll be able to activate it at like as the last thing that you do, and then you can kind of just go off from there. I love it. And then we got next. Next. Konami's trolling us with the next stuff. Why do we not have a next version of every single Neospatian? I'm just wondering. Are they like saving that for later or something? I don't get it. Also, it's kind of hard to tell, but yes, all of them are there. Grammo, Aqua Dolphin, Flare Scarab, Aqua Hummingbird. Hummingbird. Air Hummingbird. Yeah, that's his name. Glow Moss and Dark Panther. The name is just kind of covered up by the Yu-Gi-Oh logo, Japanese logo. Anyway, so you can only activate one card of this card's name per turn. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. Spell summon any number of Neospatial monsters and Elemental Hero Neos with different names from your hand or graveyard in defense position, but their effects are negated. Also, while any of them are face up on your field, you cannot spell summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. This is a really intriguing and cool card. It's a hand trap technically, so if your opponent nukes your board or breaks your board, which isn't the hardest thing to do, especially if like breaking Neospatial boards, you can activate this during their end phase, get your stuff, and then go off from there. This is a really good card for just being able to just really screw over stuff. Or heck, even just like making your board and stuff, and you know, then end phase of opponent's turn, activate this. It's like flipping Scapegoat, you know. Now granted, you still can't summon anything except fusion monsters, but ideally you'll be making your link before you activate this card and activating this card, you know. Now obviously, if you control no cards, you can't do the link thing, but however, this card really goes the extra mile to be able to help you summon out your good old Cosmo Neos and also your other fusions. I mean, heck, imagine bringing back Neos, Grand Mole, and Dark Panther and making Nebula Neos to draw a bunch of cards. I like this a lot. It's a good card. I don't know how many I'd play, but I love it. I love all these cards so much. I think Connector is obviously a 3 of. Brave Neos and Cosmo Neos are both probably 1 ofs. Maybe Brave Neos is a 2 of. Neos Fusion is obviously a 3 of. It's going to be really hard to work in there, but it's a 3 of. And then next, I don't know, I'm thinking 2, like maybe. I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. Traps are still kind of bad, but it's a good trap, though. It's a really good trap. Oh, God. I love this stuff so much. I only wish that it was coming out sooner. What do you guys think of these new Neos stuff? I'm going to be fooling around with Neoses on YgoPro and heck also Nordics as well. God, I can't wait for all this stuff just to come out. I'm so excited. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.